the anticipation is a lot better. We have about 14 new items in our show today. This is from Mr. Christmas. Oh, I love Mr. Christmas. Family-owned business, really bringing us kind of the best with nostalgia. Now, growing up, my grandma Patty, who loved Christmas, she had this beautiful Christmas village. It was gorgeous. And something like this would just take her breath away. What I love is that we're doing these gorgeous ceramic, nostalgic buildings. And I have the school right here, but you also have the barn and the church. So I'll give you a look at the barn and then take a look too at our church. Now, a sale price of $64. Here's what I would consider doing. Buying all three, gifting these to your grandchild. So when they have their own home, you can first gift them the school and then the church and then the barn, and then you've given them their whole Christmas village from Mr. Christmas. Andrea Corbo is joining us again, bringing us those great decor items for the season. Andrea, this just put a smile on my face. Each one is so beautiful.
Thank you so much, Allie. You're right. They're all different. They're all uniquely beautiful. They're all hand painted and ceramic construction from Mr. Christmas. And you mentioned it's a third generation family owned company. So since 1933, we've been bringing really beautiful pieces for you to use in your homes, decorating store windows. And these pieces can be the centerpiece, the cornerstone of your Christmas village. I've always fancied myself as somebody that would have a whole big grand Christmas village. But the reality is, my life has been busy. I have 3 kids, and I sometimes just love to have those great statement pieces. So here in front of me is our gorgeous church. It is so beautiful. It's the white building of the three, and you can see that there's a bell tower with a real little bell hanging in there. And it's just got that snowfall, just like if you can think about all those favorite holiday movies that have that church in the center of town, kind of a gathering place.
Yeah.
This is that image, and they're
Well,
all
that's
beautifully
right,
lit.
Andrea, that's right where you would gather and run
Yes.
into the guy that also works at the hardware store who helped you
Yes.
hang, the Christmas lights that then you fell in love with, and then you got hot cocoa together. Then you'd run into each other again in front of the church, right?
So you're a fan, clearly.
As it
Yes.
starts to snow, it's perfect.
Exactly. I mean, that's just what it's all about, right? What
Yeah.
makes you think of Christmas? What is that classic Christmas scene that lives inside your head that when you see a piece like this, it reminds you of those memories, whether it's your favorite movie or time spent with your family. You've got that cute schoolhouse in front of you. Maybe you grew up with a little red schoolhouse in your town, and it's beautifully illuminated and done in the quality and craftsmanship that we know and love from Mr. Christmas. And then there's the barn. And I feel like we kind of live here a little bit in the country where I am, and we have a lot of farms in the area and barns. And I really do love to see how they raise the Christmas decorations every year, especially if it's a tree farm. It's really, really fun
Right?
to
Oh,
see
so
how they
pretty.
decorate. They're all beautiful in their own way.
So we do have 3 different choices. $64 to get this home. I mean, all you do is plug this in, and it's beautiful. I will say, each one is about like 11 by 17 is going to be the church. That's going to be because it's a little taller than our other choices. But look, you've got the bell, the light, even the lighting on the schoolhouse is so cute. And I can't help but notice, Miss Andrea, each one, they have the iconic Mr. Christmas trees right on the
Yes,
side.
they do. You're right. They're all built in because we know that you are collecting Mr. Christmas ceramic pieces. And those trees have been in our collection for years. So we've incorporated at least one tree with every one of these. The schoolhouse has that one right there that you pointed out on that corner. And it kind of matches back to all of the other trees. Those faceted bulbs are LEDs. They're cool to the touch. You have those gumdrop lights that go all along the awning there at the
sweet.
top. So sweet. And they're all lit, like you said, they're plug-in. So it's going to be consistently bright for you. You don't have to worry about changing batteries. Yeah, and there's a simple on-off switch. And that's really important because if you're plugging it in and you're putting it on a table, you don't want to have to reach behind it to unplug it and turn it off. That
Right.
on-off switch makes it super easy to do.
And it's just as beautiful with the lights on or off in
True.
whichever choice you choose. So I have the school here. Let's take a closer look at that church. Here's the barn. Oh, I love the big wreath. I also really appreciate how realistic the snow looks on the top of the
Right?
barn, right? It's not completely covered. You see that, the wind has kind of blown some of the snow to the edges, or maybe the sun has melted some. That's your barn. And then we also have our church, which is more of your whites and silvers, and that one does stand the tallest. And then you get the 2 nostalgic Christmas trees flanking the entrance. Oh, I grew up in a town with this little white church house that was so beautiful. When we first moved to the town, that was where, we would go to church, and it was this old historic building. And when I see a church like that, it immediately reminds me, of going to Sunday school as a girl. Even my Girl Scouts troop met in that church building. But Andrea, you could kind of check your entire Christmas village off the list today and get all 3.
You definitely could, because they're all meant to work together, and they're meant to layer in with the pieces that you may have been collecting already. So to your point earlier about how they all have at least one of those nostalgic trees, the church has 2 of them, and it has that gorgeous arch here over the door and in the windows, and even the steps. These are actually 3-dimensional steps that climb right up to that front of that door. But if you're getting all 3, you can group them together. I mean, this is just a console table. That's so easy. Put it behind your sofa, or if you have a dining room table or a little serving sideboard. What a gorgeous way to display these beautiful handcrafted pieces and create an entire village, or like you said earlier, gift them to somebody really special, and then they can start their own collection. This is the centerpiece of that Christmas village, and then you can add to it over the years with other pieces.
Yeah, the church has definitely been the most popular choice, and I think to Andrea's point, a great place to start. But then maybe consider adding on to, especially taking advantage of those 5 easy payments, the school and the barn. And you don't have to give it all to them now, right? You could gift them first the church this year, the school next year, then the barn, right? So it could be that kind of gift that keeps giving. You just start the tradition. I would love this for you to gift your daughter-in-law, your grandchild, to really start them in that beautiful village. If they've always admired your village, this is a great way, especially with a family-run business like Mr. Christmas.
Yeah. Yes, and we love to help you build those traditions and bring out those memories from Christmases past and build new memories for Christmases future. And there's always somebody on your list that's really hard to buy for.
Yeah.
What do they like? What don't they already have? And I'm going to guarantee that a piece like this, that's hand constructed and hand painted, made of ceramic, beautifully lit, comes completely assembled, is really going to be treasured by whomever receives it from you. It's such a special piece.
Like my daughter's first grade teacher, I know she would love the schoolhouse.
Yes, that's perfect. Is there a teacher in your life that would love the schoolhouse?
We've got 3 choices: the schoolhouse, the church, which has been the most popular, and then your barn. $64 is our sale price. It's H227745, and 5 easy payments too of $12.80. Now, here were the nostalgic trees we were talking about, and we have a few different colors on these as well. Like, we have your classic green, but if you